This is a book ball summary of the book I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. In February 2020, Jeff Bezos bought the Warner estate in Beverly Hills for an estimated $165 million and owns a robot dog worth over $70,000 that simply inspects and captures data. This is simply insane. But if we have an idea of the former Amazon president's backstory, then we will know that this was not always the case. His financial responsibility and discipline to stay out of debts are a major part of his rag to riches story. This just goes to tell you that you too can achieve your goal of becoming rich by following some principles of getting rich. Ramit Sethi is an American financial advisor and entrepreneur. Through his experience in investing, he wrote the 2009 best-selling book we're to review here. So let's continue and learn something new from his experience in professionalism. Number 1. Don't blame others for your financial problems. Blame yourself. You've probably felt guilty at some stage about not saving money, or maybe you think it's too late to start. Resist those thoughts. It's time to stop making excuses. The best way for someone to change their saving outcomes is by taking responsibility for his choices. The first thing you should know is you shouldn't get distracted by information fed to you by the media. When it comes to investment advice, young people have reason to point their fingers at the media and blame others who could have taught them better. Others fear losing their money and end up with a popular excuse for not doing anything with it. But what they don't know is that it's better to lose money when they're young, since they don't have that much to lose. They'll better understand how to keep it. Number 2. Use your credit cards wisely. Understanding how to use your credit card smartly is another step to becoming rich. Our most significant purchases are often made on credit, and people with good credit can put aside a lot of money. Credit comes in the form of loans, mortgages, and credit cards, and it allows us to spend on big purchases when we don't immediately have the money to. There are two central aspects of credit: a credit report that records your credit activity and gives potential lenders an idea of your credit records, and a credit score, a number between 300 and 850 that indicates your credit risk to lenders. If your credit score is good, then you'll definitely be attractive to lenders, which means they can give you better loan interest rates. But the most important credit vehicle is credit cards, and here are a couple of tips that can help you handle your credit successfully. Kill your debt. Limit your spending and pay off your debts. Punctual debt payments account for 35% of your credit score, so arranging automatic credit card payments will ensure you never skip a payment. Next, you can contact your credit card company and ask if they can waive your annual fees and service charges, and reduce your annual percentage rate. Surprisingly, many companies will help you do this. Number 3. Choose the best bank and the bank account with the highest interest. Do you know it is possible to get high interests on zero fees? Online banks usually provide this opportunity. They often provide the best interest rates. The overhead costs of online banks are minimal. They don't even have to spend money on branches or marketing. So, they offer better customer service and handle lower profit margins than traditional banks. They offer interest rates 6 to 10 times higher than a conventional bank. So let's say you put away $25,000. This would give you $750 in 1 year at a 3% interest rate at an online bank. But the rate at a regular bank would only be 0.5%, which would see you get a meager $125. So if you saved $50,000, you'd receive $1,500 at an online bank and a paltry $250 at a regular bank. If having numerous accounts sounds like too much, then you can simply opt for a no-fee checking account at a local bank and high-interest rate savings account at an online bank. Number 4. Open investment accounts, even if you only have $50 to start with. Saving a bit of your earnings is a good way of starting, but to make your money work for you, you should invest. Opening a 401k retirement fund, which companies in the US offer to employees, is a good place to start. To set this up, you simply need to authorize a portion of your paycheck to be automatically sent from your employer to your 401k. Then you can sit back and let your money grow. Some great benefits come with having a 401k, like the tax advantages because you're agreeing to invest long-term money from your employers if they agree to match your 401k contribution. This is an investment requiring little effort. After your 401k, you should open a Roth IRA, which is another kind of retirement account. Whereas a 401k is sponsored by your employer, a Roth IRA is built using your own money. Ramit strongly advises that you have both a 401k and Roth IRA because a Roth IRA, in contrast to a 401k, allows you to invest in whatever you want, like individual stocks and index funds. Also, while having a 401k uses pre-tax dollars and you get taxed when you withdraw money during your retirement, a Roth IRA uses after-tax dollars, so you don't get taxed on the interest you earn and when you withdraw funds at retirement. So, how should you start your IRA? One student had difficulty saving $1,000 to open a Roth IRA account, so she opted for a management firm, T. Rowe Price, which offered an account with no minimum starting amount and chose to automatically contribute $50 per month. $50 a month was easy for her to commit to, and even that amount is a great start. So you have to try and open an investment, no matter how little the money you have to open one. Number 5. Figure out how much you're spending, then direct the money where you want it to go. Most times we buy things we don't really need and end up regretting it later because we know we could have used it to get something we really need. But if we were conscious about our spending, maybe this would have never come up. Conscious spending is about reducing the amount of money you spend on things that aren't so important to you, and spending more things on things that you care about. You need to adopt a conscious spending plan to control your spending. You can automatically save and invest a given amount per month and spend the rest on whatever you want. Ramit advises that you divide your earnings using this percentage. 60% on fixed costs, rent, utilities, debt, 10% on investments, 401k, Roth IRA, 10% on savings, vacations, gifts, unexpected expenses, 20% on guilt-free spending. Next, learn to adjust your spending. You can try the envelope system, where you decide how much you wish to spend on the 4 areas above and put that money in envelopes, so when they're empty, there's no more spending for that month. Although it may take a while to change from one's extreme behaviour takes, making small changes would go a long way. You can choose to tackle 1 or 2 major problem areas and rather than try to carve out 5% from numerous areas. Number 6. Automate your bill payment so that you don't have to think about them. Paying your bills can be very annoying and inconvenient, so if you don't fancy the idea of managing your money, you can create an automated system to do it for you. You can take the conscious spending plan and automate it using your bank and your own tools for tracking your spending. Start by contacting your bank to set up automatic transfers and payments. For example, set up automatic payments for fixed costs and automate withdrawals from your checking account to your Roth IRA. Once this is done, use the remaining money for spending and set mid-month calendar reminders to inform you if you're exceeding your spending goals. A good idea is to also have $1,000 in your checking account as a reserve. If your spending is going according to plan, then that would be great, but if not, you can use the next 15 days to get back on track. Number 7. Ignore experts and invest in simple ways. Experts always advise you choose stocks, but there's a much simpler way to invest. You shouldn't rely on the experts since they can't consistently predict how funds or stocks will perform in the market over time. Daniel Solin, author of the smartest investment book you'll ever read, described some research that revealed that 47 of 50 advisory firms persistently advised investors on shares in companies right up until the date they filed for bankruptcy. So it is better you bypass expertise and opt for the simplest path to investing. Picture an investment pyramid, in which each category has an asset class. That is, stocks, bonds, and cash are at the base, index and mutual funds are in the middle, and life cycle funds are at the top. These investments become more complicated as you move down the pyramid. So the simplest approach is through automatic life cycle funds, also known as age-based funds. A shift in the aspect of the pyramid you want to invest in depends on your age. For instance, if you're 25 years old, Vanguard Target Retirement 2050 offers 90% stocks and 10% bonds. But if you're 55, it offers only 63% stocks and 37% bonds. As you can see, in your 20s, more of your assets are in stocks. This is because you can afford to take the risk at this age. As you get older, the balance moves accordingly and life cycle funds make things easier by automatically adjusting for you. What's your most important key takeaway? Please comment down below and share the video if you like it. Thank you, and until next time.